What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Solus. You may not know me, but my video did quite alright with Call of Duty Mobile. So I decided to post the best guns of the game that you need to rock right now. I have been playing since 2021. I kind of seen metas. I kind of have a little bit of a knowledge of the game. If you can, this list is made by someone pretty small, but with a pretty much big of an experience in Call of Duty Mobile, so you can take this list with a grain of salt and actually not trust it. Your opinion is valid, and if others agree with me on this list, you can take this opinion seriously. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. For the first gun I want to talk about is the Switchblade X9, released in the summer of 2022. The gun is one of the best guns of the game right now that you can use at close range, because the Switchblade is an absolute close range killer. Now these attachments, you gotta make it out just so it has a little bit of a medium range fighting chance, because this gun has an absolutely terrible recoil. It has so much recoil. Even the fennec has the same issue as the Switchblade, but the fennec is by far worse. And the Switchblade, on the other hand, is a really good option for you to choose. There's also the snipers where you can choose them if you want to have, like, if you want to be quirky, if you want to be show your skill, show worth. Also, the Switchblade is a really good option to use. And on to the next gun. On to the second gun that I want to talk about is the M13. M13 has been released in Season 8 of 2021, which is basically the autumn. So the M13 has kind of since been a really good gun. No, not a decent gun, not a bad gun, not a terrible gun by any means. It has been a really good gun. But the issue with it is its recoil. If you are not good or not accurate, the recoil is hard to control. But also, one of the benefits of the M13 is that it's the fastest firing AR in the game. At a whopping, like, what was it, 1,200? I don't think so. But you may check the fire rate of the M13 and correct me in the comments. But also, it's a really versatile AR. You can build it to an AR, to an SMG. Why would it build it in an LMG? Anyways, you should try the M13 out. It's one of the best guns in the game, and I have nothing much to say for it, other than the fact that it has a really sick-ass mythic skin, the M13 Warning Star, which COD Mobile players would know what I'm talking about. Anyways, on to the next gun. While I was speaking about the fennec in the Switchblade sector, the fennec is the other one of the best guns in the game that you need to use right now. Why? Because the fennec is a really good overall close-range killer. Now, what do I mean by close-range killer? You cannot kill people at long range. It's literally common sense. The recoil is so hard to control on the fennec, to the point where you gotta have to build it for, like, recoil purposes. Why? Because the recoil is kind of the fennec's biggest downfall. And if you have way too much recoil on your fennec, I am just talking about the recoil, but it is the fastest firing SMG in the game, at firing at 1,111 rounds per minute. Also, being a really versatile rushing weapon for you all motherfuckers out there that just love to rush, and also like to talk trash about people who patrol. Anyways, on to the next gun. Now, without a doubt, the SKS is the best gun in the game. You can tell me what opinion you want. This is my opinion. You can tell me whatever the fuck you want. The SKS is the best gun in the game. Why? Because of because of these reasons. High damage. Pretty good fire rate for a semi-automatic weapon. The tapping range. One taps across the head. At any range you put this thing out, it's gonna one tap. Great English there on my part. That's okay. Also, it's banned in Call of Duty Worlds. Why? Because the SKS is deemed as an overpowered weapon, so Call of Duty, well, basically, so Activision esports team for COD Mobile decided to prohibit to strict your access of using the SKS if you just want to, if you like. Okay. Now I've discussed my reasons, so I kind of have to pause the video a little bit over here because I dropped a song called Smoked. I'm gonna leave it down in the description. Anyways, you may not give a shit about it, but on to the next gun. Now, the other gun that I want to talk about is the Kilo141, released in early 2022. As far as I can remember, the Kilo always has been a pretty consistent weapon with the meta. If there was the CBR meta, there was the Kilo. The most balanced meta, there was the Kilo. Since its release, it has been super consistent with the meta, and it's my favorite, and it's one of my favorite guns to use. As you see, I have gold on it, but it comes. I cannot find any other issues with the Kilo because, well, the Kilo is a really good all-rounder AR. And a tip for you, if you're at a way longer range, don't spam your gun. One tap it. And now on to the next gun. Final two guns that I want to mention in this video are the Grau and the DRH. The Grau is a really good weapon overall. I mean, it's fast fire rate, pretty decent damage, and low recoil, and pretty decent recoil control make it a really good option. Even I forgot to talk about time to kill, but whatever. Also, the Grau is the third best weapon in the game as we speak at this particular moment, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the Grau was one of the most used weapons in the world at the last Call of Duty Mobile Championship and this Call of Duty Mobile Championship. We've seen a DRH here and there because of the Kurohana legendary, but the Grau was more used, and this weapon was also used to smoke LG70. Well, Godlike used it to smoke LG70. Alright, now we have the DRH, and the DRH, as we kind of enter into a two-tab meta with the DRH at this point, so basically it's refined and it's a better gun as an overall gun. It's just really good. But the icing on the cake, the thing that makes the HBR good, the DRH makes it the DRH good, it's the OTM mag. OTM mag increases the damage, but it still keeps the same 30 rounds that you're used to on the DRH. Also, DRH is a really good weapon. It's the second best gun in the game, other than the SKS. And I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I will drop the Gunsmiths in the description of this video. So bye bye.